Let's start out from a certain perspective on this. Like, if you didn't have this people first mentality and literally building a culture within your team, what would happen? Like, tell me the downsides of if you were one of the many leaders for their teams that didn't even really think that much about culture. We just kind of came in and started doing, right? Why is it
Yeah,
important?
I would probably be like, and I'm probably going to get rocks thrown at me at my next conference. I'd probably be like 75% of the CISOs out there. And it's not necessarily the CISO's fault. I think the most companies, when they hear technology, that's what they focus on. For example, when you're hiring someone in cybersecurity, or a typical CISO will hire someone, you got a resume and you look for skill sets. Okay, do they have this technology? Have they worked with this technology? Do they know this acronym? Do they know this compliance framework? Okay, great hire. He's got all the matches. She's got all the matches. Let's hire her. Great fit. No, it's not how I hire. I hire for talent and skill set. So do they have the talent and the ability to learn it? Not necessarily do they just match this. Can they learn it is what my biggest thing is the biggest thing that I look for is, do you have the want? Like, do you want to learn it? Are you excited about this? Do you wake up in the morning and go, I want to learn new things? And then do you have the ability to, not necessarily just the checklist for technology? So I think there's always been a disconnect in tech in general and cybersecurity, especially, is that you go down this little checklist of technology and that's what makes a good team. And it's not. Like, you'll probably get by in the short term, but you'll struggle with things like turnover. You'll struggle with things like getting the team on board with a specific vision or direction. Very hard to get in what's called reactionary versus proactive security. When you're reactionary, the reward system is a little different. Like, for example, a lot of people will reward what's called pen testing. It's like finding bad things in code, which is a job of security. We'll reward that. But that doesn't get you very far. It's like fixing the car after it came off the production line. Oh, we had a defect. We got to go fix it. It's going to cost a lot more to do it there. And it's very reactionary versus going down the manufacturing line and finding what caused the defect to fix it there. That's sort of this mentality of reactive versus proactive. So I think there's a lot of downsides to not looking at people in security. People first.
This is like 20-year-old information, so I don't know if they look at it this way anymore. But Nike used to look and they would hire for what they called the right corporate athlete. And I was thinking about that as you were talking at the beginning there, because you weren't talking about somebody that necessarily had the very specific exact tech skills, but they had the qualifications to succeed. They wanted to succeed. They were the right corporate athlete, team athlete for your team. Did I get that read right? Is that a good way to think about it?
Yeah, I'm a big Nike fan, by the way. I went to University of Oregon too, so I've got a little homeliness there with them. Yeah, absolutely. That's, I hire for fit. Do they fit the team? Do they fit what I'm trying to build with the culture of my team? Is that the fit? And then everything else is ancillary. Because most likely, if I'm looking for either it's a deputy CISO position or I'm looking for a SOC 1 analyst, my biggest thing isn't what experience, what technology have you worked with, or what frameworks, or what size company, what vertical of company have you worked with, which is the failure of most leadership I see, is where they go, I need to find someone who's worked in SaaS, who's worked in ITSM, which is one of our verticals, and they look for this because they think that's what they need to be successful. And absolutely, to me, it's further from the truth. You should start with, how are they going to fit into the culture that we want to build here? How well are they taking care of their people? Are they a people first mindset and process and technology second? That's what I look for.